Accra Metropolitan Assembly has announced this year's ban on drumming and noise-making will begin on Monday. Head of AMA's communication, Numo Blafo, is here with us to shed more light. But we'll start with a project that the AMA itself is embarking on. That is the decongestion of the city. Yesterday, they removed some makeshift structures at the Kwame Nkrumah interchange, where traders were gradually taking over the spaces at the newly constructed interchange. My colleague Patricia Gasu visited the place today, and here is her report.
Because of this construction, they have demolished all our shops. We are about 315 affected members, and the government have to compensate us. But up to now, not a person have been paid to each everybody here. Now we are not keeping the place sanity, so they drive us away from here. So we are waiting for the government to give us our compensation.
But you have leaders, right?
Come again.
You have leaders.
Yeah, we have leaders. I'm one of them. We've been following this case for about 2.5 years now. The case is still pending. And then when we go to AMA, they said they don't have anything to be giving us. That's why we send the case to court for about 2.5 years now. The matter is still pending at the court. So we want the government to come and intervene to give us our compensation so that they can get the place to do whatever they wanted to do with it.
Yeah, Papa, yes,
We're pleading with President Akufo-Addo and his vice, Dr. Bawumia, to provide alternative jobs for us if they don't want us to trade here, because we are suffering. I will not go to the main market to trade my soul for a space. We need help. We have not been compensated, not even 10 pesos. We just wanted to trade in front of the shops and not get closer to the pavement, but we're not allowed. We plead with government to come to our aid with other alternatives.
Numo Blafo joins me in the studio. He's PRO for the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. He's going to tell us what the plan is. Yesterday he attempted. Today he has more details as to what the plan is to clamp down on the hawkers and make sure that they don't return to the unauthorized areas at the interchange. Numo, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now, yesterday you mentioned that you're set zones and you set people in charge of those zones to make sure that they keep their eyes there, so that if there's any breach there, we hold you responsible.
Yeah.
How effective is that? Will that be?
Let me say, I was there this morning. This afternoon, I even passed there before coming here. And I would say the interventions we've put in place are working. Because now you can see that all the pedestrians, everybody is on the pavement. There's nobody walking on the streets. The pavements are free and clean. And if we should extend this exercise to the other areas where we have these nuisances, I'm very sure Accra will be very clean as the president has wanted it to be.
We've seen the cycle before, which is why a lot of us are worried that this is a cycle that we know. How sure are we that we won't return to what the situation previously?
The issue is what we have done at Circle. If all of us would appreciate what is there now, I think the support will be there for us to continue. But in the past, anytime we undertake such an exercise, then there is this backlash, AMA, we are inhumane and we don't add human face to whatever we do and all that. And this time we have engaged these people for over 2 months. I would say this is the 3rd month. Issuing statements, inviting them to the office, engaging them on the streets, sending our information van to give them information and all that. I don't think this isn't enough to convince somebody that yes, what we intend doing, we are adding some human face to it. Yesterday, as we went there, some of them who actually knew or they realized that yes, we meant business, they didn't even allow us to say a word. The moment they saw us, they themselves started taking their things away. But there were some who I would say were stubborn. And even as we moved to another side, after we have sacked them, because they didn't want to go, we have to sack them by ourselves. And after we have moved from there, they started bringing their things back whilst we are on the field.
So what are you going to do with such people?
So their tables are what actually we collected and we bent them. Because we realized that if we should leave those tables for them, that means the moment we go, they will come back. And everybody will bear with us that the exercise we undertook yesterday, last night, there wasn't that congestion, and this morning it has continued. And we hope to maintain and sustain it. And then, if we have been able to secure the place properly as we want to do it, we will extend it to the other areas.
There's one thing that one of them have been saying is that if you want them to be away and not to walk around indiscriminately, then you should set up. You have structures. The AMA has structures that they is it shops that they sold some of them. Is the AMA considering a proper marketplace where all of these people can be applying
the issue
trade?
is that if the AMA will construct a market, first we need to look out for land. And we all live in Accra here. Do we have available land for construction of markets?
So that's not on the table?
It's not on the table. What we intend doing is redeveloping the existing markets that we have. And you see, the pedestrian shopping mall was actually created for those who are selling on the streets. That's why it was named as such. And they acquired it. Yet when they went in, some of them rented their shops out, some sold them, and came back on the streets. When we asked them, they said they sell more on the streets than in the market.
I see.
And can we continue to create markets everywhere?
One other issue is that the politics of it, that in the next 4 years, getting close to elections, you have politicians making them all kinds of promises and sort of putting the AMA in a tight corner where you cannot clamp down on these people anymore.
Well, we have seen it all, and I'm very sure that this time we will make sure that politicians remove AMA out of this issue, because this is a core mandate for the AMA. It's not a political issue. We should just leave the politics out of this, so that at least how do I put it? At least once in our lifetime, we can say that, yes, we have done something which all of us will be proud of.
Okay, we'll see how that goes. 4 years, they kept saying that 4 years is not far away, but we'll see whether or not the AMA will stick to its words and keep the city beautified. Let's now look at the release that you sent this morning about the ban on drumming and noise making. It's also, you know, not new. Yeah. What are the guidelines for this program this year?
Well, as it has been done every year, or as it is being done every year, we just saying that during the period that is from Monday 8th May to June 8th, we expect that people who, especially the religious bodies or churches who actually use loud, heavy sound system for their church services should cease, and there are prayers that when sometimes they use it through the sound systems should cease. Now we're looking at people who, like funerals, parties and all that, where we use heavy sound systems and all that. We are saying that all those things should cease. And year in, year out, when we issue this statement, before we issue this statement, we have some kind of meetings with the religious bodies, including the Muslim and
Christians.
Yes. So we're saying that sometimes the Muslims don't abide by the rule because they use the speakers to call for their prayers and all that. And it isn't that they are not part of, or what they are using is not part. It is also part.
So what are you going to do about that this year?
Yes, the traditional authorities, I know, the day we had the press conference, I think sometime last week, the chiefs promised to go and meet the chief imam to also instill on their people to seize those kind of things.
What about the Christians? There have been times where people have gone there. I mean, youth of Ghana young people have gone, have gone there to seize the equipment, etc., and it's brought about all kinds of chaos, which is not good, of course. So what's the plan for that one as well?
What we're doing, you see, that's why we have also come up with this. In fact, this press conference, this press release, we release it every year. But I don't know whether some people feel they are above the law, that they can take the law into their own hands and do what they like. But we are in one country, though everybody has his rights.
Everybody has their own religious beliefs.
Thank you.
And it doesn't, so the Christians perhaps won't necessarily believe in the tradition.
It doesn't matter whether you don't believe in the tradition, because the same constitution that gave you that right to your worship also gave the traditional authorities to a right to insist on their tradition within their locality. Because whatever we are doing doesn't go beyond the Ghana community. It is within the Ghana community. So if you are in the Ghana community, you need to abide by that rule.
But is it not also an infringement on the rights of other people? It's not an infringement
because it's the same constitution that gave you that right, gives the traditional authorities to the right
to shut you up.
Yes, actually to also profess or manifest, or I think it's in the constitution. So this isn't something that we are infringing on anybody's right. It's just 1 month, and you are saying just keep still, be quiet for us also to do what we also believe in.
So you're engaging them, you're doing some kind of stakeholder engagement too.
That has been done over and over again, and I don't think it is something new that we need to go back again.
Okay.
We only need to inform them that the time is near, so, and we have given the dates.
Okay.
So at least from that date
May to 8th June.
And even that 8th June, the rite has to be performed between the hours of 2 and 4.
Okay.
And before that rite, you still cannot play
make noise. Essentially. Okay. Numo Blafo is PRO for the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. How is the new mayor doing, by the way?
Well, he's okay and he's good. Yes. And he has the support of all the assembly members too.
What has been his reaction after the circle, people who were selling a circle started bashing the AMA?
Well, after the exercise, I had to go and report to him that yes, this is an exercise. He is aware.
Okay.
So I had to go and report to him that yes, we've done what you have to do, and these are what the issues that are arising. And it was cool.
He doesn't have any political concerns?
Well. He didn't make mention of anybody calling him to stop us or anything. No.
Okay. Yeah. I see. Numo, thank you very much for coming.
You're welcome.
And we hope that people will abide by the 8th May to 8th June ban on drumming and noise making to avoid any chaos in the city. Numo Blafo is PRO for the Accra Metropolitan
and I think
Assembly.
I should put this across so that there wouldn't be some kind of conflict. We have people, a task force that comprises of the AMA and Metro Guards, the ASAFO group from the Ghana Traditional Council, and they will be joined by police, and they will have some identifiable tags so that when they come to you, I am not expecting anybody to go by, to flout the rules though, but when you are doing it and they see and they come and they show you, please just allow them to do what they have to do. Just make sure that whatever they take from you, they give you a list, because they also have a copy, they give you a copy, and then you know exactly where they are taking the things to, so that at the end of the day, you can go back for your things.
Also, they actually can come and seize your goods, your equipment.
If you are flouting the rule, they will come and seize it. So
and then they'll bring it back to you later.
They won't bring it back. You will have to go for it after the ban has been lifted.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Has it been like that every time?
Yeah, every time we do it, but that time it was the Ghana Traditional Council that does the tax for them.
Okay.
But this time the AMA has taken charge and we are doing the tax for them.
Okay, so you have the chance of getting your equipment back. At least that's a good thing. Yeah. But hopefully there won't be any of such confrontations. Numo Blafo is PR for the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. 8th May to 8th June, there's the ban on drumming and noise making. I'm taking a very quick break. When I return, we'll look at the issue of GMO and whether Ghana should be ready to give GMOs a chance if the country is serious about ensuring food security. We'll have that conversation. Also, we'll tell you about the Chief Justice who is bowing out very soon. Please stay with us.